Yeah.
Hey, Raiders. So today it's just me, Bobby, and we got Red here today.
Hey.
Uh, and today we're going to have Red react to this one.
hmm
He picked this one out, and honestly, just judging by the title, I'm kind of unclear about what it's going to be about, but
hmm
let's find out. This one is called Popping the Balloon for My Character. It
Oh,
starts with a TLDR. I'm going to skip that.
it's all kinds of confusion. I'm gonna love it.
Background. I took over as DM for this campaign for the summer to put the party through a side adventure in the Underdark. The regular DM wanted a break. I told him I'd only do it for the summer, but he'd have to take it back by September. Then it gets into the main story. So it's a temporary handoff. I had been playing an elven cleric before I took over the campaign, and in terms of story, he had gone off for more training for a while. The party was now going to face a BBEG as they came out of the Underdark a bit more toothsome. Sadly, the campaign didn't last until we got the BBEG. Ooh, they didn't even last till what sounds like the Arc
hmm
boss.
They didn't climax.
I decided for a bit of flair for the dramatic. My character would be described as walking through the mists in a village and being there at just the right moment to return to the party. There was also a way for me to reintroduce him, such as describing his appearance. The party actually did miss him quite a bit, and tidbits on some of the things he had done or he had on his person from our previous adventures. Okay, so far it's just him bringing his character back into the party. I don't know, it's always fun bringing a character back and be like, hey, you miss me. When I got about halfway through the monologue, which was only going to last a few short minutes, one player loudly made snoring noises and yelled at the top of his lungs on how stupid the scene was and how dumb I must be for resorting to tropes. I should mention this player was autistic and thought nothing of being rather rude. He didn't generally care if you had a problem with it because it was part of him being autistic, so it was okay. Ah, the classic, I have this, so you have to accept it.
Mm.
I told him it was rude, but he still said it was really stupid. He immediately thrust a screen in front of me. I can't remember if it was a laptop or tablet, showing me the tropes he had looked up on TV tropes to illustrate his point. I calmly explained again how he was being very rude and obnoxious. I kept a calm voice and wasn't resorting to personal insults. I also explained how he had hurt my feelings and this would have made other players flee the table and feel unwanted, which that's fair. I mean, if you're gonna sit there and degrade somebody's just intro, um,
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe you're at the wrong table. I don't know. With stuff like that, I can't stand shit like that. He seemed to back down just a bit, but we decided to call it there, as he had turned the tables to essentially say it was now our faults for trying to make him feel bad for yelling at him. There was a slight raised tone from some players, but we had known him for years. Tried in vain to work with him on his behaviors, and people just decided to walk away from that day's session. Honestly, I would have cut him from the table, personally. Like that,
Sounds kind of toxic,
I don't
but
exactly. Like the whole like oh, I'm this way, you have to do you
mm.
just have to bend around this. I can't
yeah.
stand that. Like certain things, sure, like, especially if they're really minor, but that's just being a dick.
Yeah. It's called being an asshole.
But I don't know. Thankfully, my current table hasn't had anything like that, but we've had people like that in the past with tables, and thankfully, most DMs are pretty quick about kicking them
Mm.
out, at least in my experience.
Yeah. I would say I haven't really experienced that, but I'm still new to D&D, so still learning everything.
Yeah, we're your first table, aren't we?
Um, this is like the third table,
Okay, okay.
but mostly the same general group. So
Okay, that's
yeah,
fair. Well, I mean, if it's the same group. Okay, so you had
yeah,
like a couple players like interchange and everything.
yeah. Waylon was the first DM. Well, sorry, second DM I ever had. The first DM I had, there was like a falling out with some of the players in the DM, and then my ride quit going, so I had to quit going.
That's fair.
So it wasn't really my choice. I was playing an archer or a
Archers are
ranger.
fun.
Yeah, I was about to die, so
That's fair.
yeah.
Well, thankfully you haven't had to deal with anything like that. It gets
Mm.
rough sometimes.
I I hear from these stories. Yeah.
But if you guys, that's kind of all of the story and everything. So if you guys have any stories that you guys want to share, or if you find one that you really just want to see on the screen, so send it in the comments and like and subscribe.